And welcome to week 9. So, as we begin week 9, you see that, again, I'm asking you to do some rereading, chapter 13, particularly the background images portion. Again, this is the color chapter, which was huge and has so many different things in it. Background images are thrown in also. They're not really color, but the color chapter is a catch-all for lots of stuff. Going to do a background image exercise. But first, you should probably do the quiz. Again, the normal quiz procedures. We're getting towards the end of the quizzes, these take-home quizzes. I believe there's one more after this. Don't hold me to that. There's at least one more, but that might be it. Maybe two, who knows. Okay, and then we have a resume 5, which is you would have gotten the feedback from me about your resume 4. You're well into CSS now. Resume 5 is a big step. If you're behind in the resume at all, you really need to jump into it now. In resume 5, you're going to be, again, you'll have a week to do it. You're going to be splitting your resume up into multiple pages and making sure they all work together. So really the amount, if you've been on track, there's not that much to do. But if you've been behind, things can get really confusing now because you're moving into multiple pages. Background images, it might be something you use in your resume, maybe not, but it is an important topic. So I'm going to give you a regular assignment on it, exercise, and most of it, really, if not all of it, is going to be just me doing it in the video. Both of our exercises this week are ones that in other semesters I might have sort of not given you credit for. I might have just used them as a question on a quiz kind of, but I'm going to give you a free grade on them, and they kind of are a free grade because I will do most of them, if not all of them, in the exercise. So it's pretty much just following along with me. But that's okay. That's background images. Should you want to do more about background images and get some extra credit on background images, there's an extra credit assignment here also. I'll review it in my video about background images. The extra credit assignment, I'm leaving the Dropbox here for now, but it's not due until more than a week into the future, roughly 2 weeks. So giving you extra time to do that. It's a possibility of doing one zip folder or 2 zip folders, doing one chunk of extra credit or 2 chunks of extra credit, depending on how much you want. This might be a good time for me to say that maybe you've been watching your grades accumulate and kind of keeping track of them and maybe even averaging them, and that is useful, I'm sure, but I haven't plugged into the grade book any formulas that determine like how much things are worth. I'm afraid I haven't gotten to that. I'm not sure if I will. So, and also remember, all these grades are less than half of your overall grade because the final resume at the end is worth half your grade. So that's a little hard to judge. So you can't be so the numbers you're getting now are not exactly what your grade is going to be. Also, extra credit. Let's say you do decide to do it, it's just going to show up as another grade in the grade book. But of course, I'm going to use it to improve or replace a different grade. And that's not going to happen live in the gradebook on Moodle. That's going to happen in my own grading system just for me. So it will only help things get better. Let's say you leave those blank. You don't do them. You don't do the extra credit. It may show up as not as being a 0 grade eventually, or no grade, but that's no big deal because you don't have to do the extra credit. It won't count against you when I do your grading, even if it seems to in the gradebook here. Okay, so then we're going to do background images with potential extra credit with extra time to do that, and the box model is really just follow along with me. There is some resource files in one presentation, I believe just one presentation in here also. So there you go. That's the week in a nutshell. Please stick with it and let me know if you have any questions or problems.